Today we're going to find equations from a table, and we need to think about the fact that our equation formula is y equals mx plus c. So therefore, when we are writing our equations, we need to write them in the formula y equals mx plus c, where m is our gradient and c is our y-intercept. So m is our gradient and c is our y-intercept. Okay, so the way that we find that, looking at our example very quickly, when we want to find our y-intercept, we go straight to our x value that equals 0 in our table, and we look for what the y value is. And in this case, it is -2 or -2. So we place that at the end of our equation, where c sits in our equation. The next thing we look for is our gradient, and to do that, we look at the change in y values. So as we work our way along, we look at whether they go up, so it's a positive value, or whether they go down. In this case, our values go up each time by 3. We also need to check when we find our gradient that the x values are going up by 1 so that the change is accurate along the way. So we place our gradient value next to x, where the m value is, and that finishes our equation. So let's have a look here. We're going to find our y-intercept, and we're going to find the changes in our y values to get our gradient. The first thing we do is look at our x value when it equals 0 in order to find our y-intercept, and in this case it equals 4. And that's a positive 4 because there's no negative sign next to it. We'll do a quick check. All our x values go up by 1. So now we can look at what the change in our y values is down here, and we can see that it goes up each time by 2 as we work our way along. So that means our gradient is positive 2. So using our equation of y equals mx plus c, y equals, here's our m value, 2x, and our c value is plus 4. Now let's have a look at our next one. We're going to find our c value and our m again. So we'll go straight to our x value, where it equals 0, and look for the y value that matches that, and that tells us our y-intercept this time is -1. We can then see that our x values go up by 1, so we'll look at our change in y values, and we can see in this one our y values go up by 3 every time, up by 3, so that means +3. In other words, if we were to put an extra set of values here, we can see the top number would be a 3 if we keep going up by 1. And our bottom values, if we're going up by 3, we're going to add 3 to this. And so we would have 8 would be our next value for our y. So it gives us a hand if we want to plot more points as well. So y equals mx, so 3x. And our c value this time is not a plus, but it's a -1. That means it will cross the y line at -1. Oh, there's that one going, it's running away. Okay, let's look at our next table of values here. We can see we're looking for our c value. So we look for where x equals 0, and we can see our c value this time is +1. So we can see that down here. Our gradient this time, we'll have a quick check. Yes, these go up by 1. So let's have a look. This time, our gradient, when we look at our change in y, it only goes up by 1 each time. So our gradient is +1. In fact, it's not positive at all. It's going down by 1 each time. So it's -1. We can see going from 4 down to 3, down to 2. So it's -1. So our y equals, now we won't write -1x. That looks a bit funny. We don't use our coefficients of 1. So we're going to change that instead. Instead of being -1x, we'll put -x, and we'll leave the 1 out, and then we're going to put our C value at the end, plus 1. So we won't put that coefficient. Coefficients always start at +2 or -2. These table of values down here are slightly different because when we look for our x value of 0, it's not there. In fact, it would be just here because we can see that they go from 0, 0, 2, 3, 4, 5. So our 0 would be at the beginning here. So I'll just write it over at this point. So what we're going to do is find our gradient first so that we can work out what the y value would be just here. So we can see that our gradient, our numbers here, go up by 4 each time. So that means the number that goes just here with 0 in our little box would have to add 4 to equal 5. So that number must be 1. So our C value here is +1. Again, we can work our way along and figure out what numbers fit by knowing what our gradient and our pattern is. So y equals mx plus c. Remember, we go back to every time. So mx, so +4x plus 1. Don't have to write that +4 there. You can just write 4. That's okay. We can see this time when we look at our x values that our 0 would in fact be here. So we would be continuing the table this way. So let's have a look at our values along here, and we can see this time that they're increasing by 2 each time. So if we add 2 to our last number here, we get -3, and that will tell us our y-intercept is -3, and our gradient, these numbers all went up by 2, so our gradient is 2. So that gives us an equation of y equals 2x minus 3.